When we invoked it, it would be in place for up to 30 days, but we said that we would lift it as soon as possible. We've held updates and briefs with ministers and officials every day, often multiple times a day. And today, after careful consideration, we're ready to confirm that the situation is no longer an emergency. Therefore, the federal government will be ending the use of the Emergencies Act. Hello everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Je suis très content aujourd'hui.
I'm delighted to be accompanied by Deputy Prime Minister Freeland and Ministers Blair, Mendocino, and Lametti. I'm going to talk about the barricades, the blockades, and our response.
Dangerous and unlawful activities in our capital city and at many border crossings across the country, the federal government invoked the Emergencies Act. It was the responsible and necessary thing to do. We did it with three principles top of mind. First, restoring peace and order. Second, doing it the right way. And third, making sure that it was time limited. The first point, restoring peace and order in our streets and restoring confidence in our institutions, was top of mind. Public safety, as well as jobs and the economy, were at risk. People were being harassed, small businesses were closing, factories were shutting down, and trade was halted at our borders. Here in Ottawa and in other places in the country, there is evidence of individuals wanting to undermine and even harm Canada's democracy. Their participation was believed to increase the potential for unrest and violence. We worked closely to support provinces and municipalities to get the situation under control, but as the weeks went by, it became obvious that provincial and local authorities needed more tools in order to enforce the law and protect Canadians. And that's exactly what the Emergencies Act provided to them. We were very clear that the use of the Emergencies Act would be limited in time. When we invoked it, it would be in place for up to 30 days, but we said that we would lift it as soon as possible. We've held updates and briefs with ministers and officials every day, often multiple times a day. And today, after careful consideration, we're ready to confirm that the situation is no longer an emergency. Therefore, the federal government will be ending the use of the Emergencies Act. Confident that existing laws and bylaws are now sufficient to keep people safe. Of course, we'll continue to be there to support provincial and local authorities if and when needed. And I want to reassure Canadians. Law enforcement agencies are prepared to deal with anyone engaging in unlawful or dangerous activities. Police officers will continue to be there to protect our streets and neighborhoods within their jurisdictions. It'll be important that we gain a fuller understanding of what gave rise to this kind of disregard for laws and threat to our democracy. We need to make sure our institutions are prepared and ready in the future. While the immediate emergency situation is over, this issue won't just go away. We need to constantly work to defend and improve our democracy at home and around the world. And we have a lot of challenges ahead of us. Let's remember that we're fighting a virus, not each other. Let's work together. After 2 difficult and painful years, we have a lot of healing to do. And now is the time to be there for one another. Merci.